Cabbage, what's good, bro? I've not seen you in a long ass time, bro. How you been, man? I'm assuming this is Cabbage. Yeah, it's got to be the dude that. Yeah, it's been a long ass time. How you been, man? How's your Christmas holidays going? Hey, I just got here too, man. Make sure you drop me that like if you need to sub up. Cabbage, I've not seen in fuck, man. I don't even know how long. Anyone in my chat too? Remember, New Year's Eve. We were doing that stream that we do every year. Oh, what's good, random? Yes, sir. Any baseball fans, man? Carlos Correa fails another physical with the Mets. That's concerning, actually. That's very concerning. I can't stop but laugh, though. Mets fans were so cocky, too, about their new team. Bro, if Mets still sign him to that deal, they are beyond stupid. I'm just chilling, I'm just vibing, we're just chatting. See if I can get many people in my chat, but I'm not doing much today because it's Christmas Eve, so I'm not really going to be playing. Yeah, Mets got so cocky, facts, and like now, like if they get him right, that's a big piece of change that they're going to be giving him for a guy that has an injured leg and has previously had an injured back.
That misses, and that's ball one.
I would be very concerned if I was a Mets fan.
Swing and a miss. Off balance that time.
Andrew doesn't want to talk to me about it.
There with that swing. He's trying to go deep.
That one ripped.
Is that gone?
That's got a chance.
No, it's not quite, I don't think.
Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch.
Giants did the right move, yeah.
Guys with good
they did. You gotta feel bad for them at the same time.
For just a second, Chris. It's the defensive side that I think the speed.
I was thinking about it though, and I feel like National League has some very top tier teams. And a lot of the top free agents were signing in the National League, but the American League has a lot of parity. Because I was thinking about it, like the Rangers suddenly have one of the best rotations in baseball.
Back here at the ballpark,
you got the Angels; they've been quietly having a very good offseason. You got the Jays, the Yankees, of course, the Astros, the Mariners, Cleveland. You know, their division's terrible. You got to think some of those teams are going to miss the playoffs.
One down.
You know what I mean? Some of those teams are going to miss the playoffs, which is kind of crazy. Personally, I think the teams that are good that will miss the playoffs. And then I didn't even mention the Rays, actually. The Rays, I don't think the Orioles are ready yet. But I think the teams that might miss the playoffs is like the Rangers, and Angels might miss it again. I don't know.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat
because I would say
stays in the zone
Astros
a long
and
time,
Guardians
and
will for sure win their division.
He swings and fouls one off.
I just don't see those teams losing their division. But that creates some very good wild card teams.
Slow roller to third. And he barehands it to first.
Well, I can't get this.
Save.
Always feels amazing.
Like, I would say there's more top-end teams in the National League. But there's more, the American League's worst teams aren't as bad as the worst teams in the National League. You know what I mean?
Next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1. Now one missed. Senzel at
Like
second
it's very
with two
interesting
down.
when you look at the American League now. Like there's a lot of teams that I could see filling in that
That one
wild card
hammered
spot.
center field.
That's why
That's
I'm
back.
also a fan of the move we made yesterday.
Makes the catch.
What? Oh
up
shit! I thought I
against-
got that. Yeah.
The wind of the pitch.
Well, that's because
That
think
one
about
not
it.
close. And
The
it's
American
1-0.
League for years has had better hitting, right? And the American and the All-Star game is
This
all
one
about
swung
hitting.
on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is gone.
You know what I mean?
He circled.
It's always all about hitting in the All-Star game. And where do you constantly see the better hitters? The National League has always been about more pitchers and yeah, exactly. And like the National League has more been low scoring and a more pitchers dominant league. The American League has been more hitters dominant league, right? I don't necessarily think that there's one league better than the other. Like I look now like I do feel like the National League is more top heavy, like I said. The American League though has insane parity when you're talking like the wild card contending teams. The wild card contending teams, like man, I'm just thinking. I'm like, okay, so we got Seattle. Who's in that division? Seattle, Angels, and Rangers.
Bottom of the first. And now
That's
Grady
three right there.
Sizemore.
Who could make the
Singing, he's
playoffs?
a guy that covers both sides of the
Whoever
plate
doesn't win the
about
division,
as
the
well
AL
as
East, you get the
anyone in the
Yankees,
sport.
Jays,
How
Rays.
difficult is that
Two of
to
those
do?
teams
Oh,
that
just
will
look
be
at the
battling
back
for a
of my
wild card
bubble
spot.
over. You'll
Like
see how
there's going to
hard
be
it
some
is.
good ass teams
These
missing the
guys are
playoffs.
great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the
Ah,
towards
fuck,
left
bro.
center.
I'm gonna
Kirilov
restart this
coming
shit.
on. No trouble
But yeah,
here. Puts it away for the out.
I'm getting pretty excited for baseball. I do feel
Bottom
like
of the
another
first.
team that's
Now
made a
it's the
lot of
power
moves
speed
actually is the
combo.
Phillies.
Grady
The Phillies are going to
Sizemore.
be a lot better next year.
And here it comes. First
Oh
pitch
shit!
swinging.
Out of
Well,
all
after
the
giving up a nice
teams,
inning on offense, got
they
some
might have
runs
actually
across.
improved
This
the
is where you
most.
look for the starter to go out there, have a
Oh
shutdown
shit, man! What am I
inning.
swinging
Don't
at?
give that other
Because you
team
got to
any
think
hope.
about
You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the
like
bats back
the
up to
Mets have been the
runner
most active. Oh
Swing and a
shit, man!
miss. The
They spent the most
velocity
money,
blasted it right past him.
but at the same time, they also lost the most. You know what I mean? They
We go
lost an
bottom of the
entire
first.
starting
Here's a big
rotation
power
aside from
threat.
Max Scherzer.
Grady
So yeah, they
Sizemore.
signed a bunch of starting pitchers, but that's
And
because
the
they had
pitch.
to. I don't think their pitching today is
Ripped to
any
short,
better than it
snagged
was
out of bounds.
last year, to be
Throw
honest.
pulls him off the bag, and
I really don't. And with
bottom of the
Correa
first.
not in,
And stepping
possibly not in the
is
lineup,
the
I don't think their
speedy
hitting's going to be
Grady
any better.
Sizemore.
Who's better overall, Mets or
Well
Yankees?
struck right field.
That's it right there.
That one is gone.
Who's better, Mets?
He
All right.
flexes his power with
Yankees
that
rotation
swing,
is
and they
clearly
close
better.
the gap. It's 2-1.
I don't care what anybody says, and I absolutely hate the Yankees. I never give them credit. Their rotation could be the best in baseball as long as Rodon stays healthy. They have 3 aces, and then their 2 end of the line starters are still very good. You know what I mean? I think that's what separates the Mets and Yankees is the Yankees' depth at starting pitching is actually insane. But the thing about the Yankees is they are very injury prone. Many of their guys are injury prone. Like even Judge. Judge didn't get injured this year, but Judge is very injury prone. As for who I think's better, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say Yankees, but that's only because they're starting pitching. I feel like the pitching is the difference between the two. You know, you gotta think. Alonso had a career year that it's gonna be hard to match that next year. If Correa joins the Mets, I will say Mets. If he's healthy. If Correa is healthy and joins the Mets, I will say Mets. If that deal falls through and he doesn't sign with the Mets, I will say Yankees. Yankees got some really bad contracts, though.
Year in and year out,
like Josh Donaldson, Giancarlo Stanton. Those are some really bad contracts. Wait, I forget what I have to do in this one. This is a home run.
Squeeze on that one. And that is that. He's not going to get...
Like, but I look around the league. Oh yeah, home run. I look around the league.
No, he's not.
And I do think that the Yankees' potential in their rotation is the best in baseball.
Norris back to work. Just missed.
It's just very hard to have 5 starters with that kind of potential.
At the belt and fires.
Nestor Cortez, he's a weird one. You know what I mean? Garrett Cole, absolutely fucking hate Garrett Cole. You know how you feel about Trevor Bauer? That's how I feel about Garrett Cole. Absolutely hate the guy. But I'm not going to lie. It's not like he's a bad pitcher. I just don't like him. He's a good pitcher. Carlos Rodon. I think honestly Carlos Rodon could be better than the other two that they have. And that's scary. Who's better overall, Padres or Phillies? Padres. Okay, I want to say Padres.
It's 2-1.
Like I told you yesterday, like when you called Phillies a good defensive team, that's why I kind of laughed. Phillies are an incredibly bad defensive team. I think they were rated 21st last year in defense, which was easily the worst out of the playoff teams.
Year in and year out, this guy
but I'm gonna say Padres. Like I'm looking at it. Okay, catching. I mean, Phillies have a clear advantage behind the plate. I don't, even as a Padres fan, I'm sure you'll agree with that.
And there's a rocket into the outfield.
JT Realmuto is clearly better than any catcher the Padres have. But the Padres have a way deeper lineup.
Well done, drives in the run. You see a ball come up.
I think Bryce Harper has potential to possibly be the best hitter on either team. It would be close.
Back to work.
But they don't have a lot of help.
So a man on base.
Like Realmuto's not bad, but they don't have like the Padres. They have the big three, somewhat big four. I don't think Bogarts is quite on the level of the other guys.
And it doesn't just start at game time; it starts in the afternoon. The way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what,
like
his teammates
Bogarts can get on base, sure. I don't know. I'm not a big Bogarts fan. I mean, yeah, but how much chemistry do you really need in baseball? This isn't basketball. This isn't like it's a team sport, but not in the sense that you really need team chemistry. You're not like passing people the ball or the puck, right? Like you don't really need chemistry.
These guys are great, man. They have the ability
like yeah, I guess in the locker room it's nice to have guys that are familiar with each other, but on the field you don't really need a whole lot of chemistry. And if you're talking defensive chemistry, the Phillies suck defensively, so that chemistry is not really going to help them.
And that'll do it.
Although, I will say this: two knocks on the Padres is obviously they're starting pitcher. I heard that they signed Seth Lugo to be a starter. That's going to be risky. And I don't know who their fifth starter is, but they do have the big 3 starters. You know what I mean? They just don't have that 4-5. Oh, fuck you. But I think outfield defense is going to be a problem for the Padres. Juan Soto is not very good defensively.
He's not going to get cheated up there.
Yes, sir. Congrats on the win.
He's going to do damage with every swing he takes.
Yeah, but I mean, how much chemistry do you really need? Let's face it, Andre. The reason they made the World Series is because Bryce Harper turned into fucking Babe Ruth. There's one reason they made the World Series. Literally, Bryce Harper absolutely carried that team. His numbers were absolutely insane until the World Series, right? And then they lost. They needed Bryce Harper to be in beast mode, and suddenly he wasn't because fucking probably tired from the other rounds, right? But yeah, what I was going to say is, like, I don't know how Tatis is defensively. You're saying he's a little lazy. I do think outfield defense might be a problem next year for the Padres.
It might be time to choke up a little bit.
But offensively,
early, maybe even just
with the bat,
He's really late
obviously
right
you can't ask for much more with the bats. They do get the big three in pitching. I don't know how their bullpen is. I'm not really that familiar with them.
Outside. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And plus, bullpen is so hit and miss each year. You don't really know what you have.
On the ground to short.
Unless you have like an Emmanuel Class A type of player.
One out as they get the lead.
You don't really know what you got in the bullpen.
Up the middle.
You know, I think Padres, but really right now, I would say the NL West might be the Padres to lose.
I'm sure that feels
like I told you, like, because the
season.
NL West right now is so vulnerable, right? Like the Giants had a terrible offseason. One of the worst off seasons you could possibly ever get. The Dodgers had a pretty bad offseason. But they did have 111 wins next year. So I'm not, you know, they're still going to be very good.
In the air out towards right center. Green glides back.
Wait, the Bauer trade? What Bauer trade? I heard he got reinstated, but what do you mean Bauer trade?
The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Into center. Green settles under it. Drops into the glove. And there's one away. Pretty good job on the mound in this one.
You know, the thing about Bauer is he was unjustly suspended. I think he will still be good. But
Norris back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Left-hand hitter waits. And he pumps.
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm not even. Now you got me thinking that there was a Bauer trade. I think you're lying to me. You're capping.
And that one moves his feet. Got him. And one away.
Man, you capping. There's no Bauer trade. Get out of here.
And first offering is fouled off.
That's another thing too, though. Dodgers will have Bauer back.
All loaded up.
Maybe if they agree to bring him back. They have till January 6th to do it.
So that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Next pitch is inside,
it's really,
and it's 1-2.
It's a two-man race in that division, I'd say. Same as my division. I think Yankees and Jays are quite a bit better than anybody else in the division, including Rays. I don't know. Rays always surprise me.
Throw home, he beats it, and they're up by 3.
But, like, I just don't see it next year. I don't know.
So up next for Minnesota.
I think Rays are destined to finish 3rd in the division, kind of like Giants. They won't be as bad as Giants, but oh my God, bro, just missing it.
Under it. 2 down.
Like Giants are pretty much destined to finish 3rd in that division.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Justin Morneau.
Now batting, the first baseman, Justin Morneau.
In the air, out towards left center.
Drops
for a
swing early. I'm going for second. Fuck it.
Comes the run from 3rd. It's 2-0. The tag.
I honestly, though, I know I'm in the minority, Andre. I don't know if you're still in my chat, but I actually really do like what we've done this offseason. I absolutely hated our team defense last year. I feel like that caused such a strain on our pitchers. We went from I think we were 2nd worst defensive team that made the playoffs last year to suddenly arguably being the best defensive team in the entire league. Which I think is really going to help our pitching. Especially now with because we changed the dynamics of Rogers Center this offseason. So outfield defense is going to play a major part. And I think that's why we went after all these defensive guys.
Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside.
We have Gold Glove defense almost really everywhere on the field except for shortstop.
Those are the ones that become elite.
Oh, shit.
On the ground, right side. Whips it to first on the run. That's it out. Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely. And first
also, Merry Christmas Eve to anybody in my chat too, man. I hope you guys are having a good holidays.
Just how quickly things
I'll be streaming at some point tomorrow.
Checks over to first, and he's back. Buxton on at first, nobody out. Another throw over, and they're keeping him close. And now the lefty. Line drive, and a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on, and nobody out. Now the number 2 hitter, Justin Morneau.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Fuck, I should have had that one.
Fouled off. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. The pitch. And 1-2. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Oh, what's this stuff?
And a swing and a miss. And next for Minnesota, Justin Morneau. Good contact guy, good defender. And first offering is fouled off.
Daniel Norris. I remember this guy. I just realized I'm facing him. He was part of that famous David Price trade of 2015 when he became a Blue Jay. I remember that. One of the best trades we ever
2
made.
outs.
Oh,
A
fuck.
swing and a soft liner. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. He's not. And now for the Twins, Justin Morneau.
The first baseman, number 33, Justin Morneau.
And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. And a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Next pitch misses way outside. Left-hand batter waits.
Oh, what am I doing, bro?
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Gray, the runner at second with 1 away. Cut on and miss. Struck him.
I'm just swinging at everything right now.
Shoots a line drive single into right center. Scope with a relay throw, and they almost caught him, but he's.
I'll try a power swing.
Next pitch is popped up. Candelario in position.
Just missed that.
And there's 2 away.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hit.
So up next for Minnesota, Justin Morneau. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate.
Justin Morneau.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
And that one in the air center field.
I haven't seen the camera. Ah, fuck, missed it.
Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 down. So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Justin Morneau. He's 0 for 1. And he grounds one back up the middle. Base hit, and a run comes in. Green throws to second, and he's got no chance. He's out. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Out there to center.
That's in there.
And that'll get down for a hit. The run comes in from second, and it's 4-0.
Picks himself up an RBI.
To the right side.
Fuck, bro. Can't hit with this guy.
Scope throws the first in time. Peralta checks the runner. Buxton back easily. This one lifted in the air, left field. Badu makes the grab. 1 away. And in scoring position with 2 away. Justin Morneau, the next twin up to hit.
Justin Morneau.
Popped in the air, left field. That's a base hit. The run comes in from second. It's 8-1.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there.
Yeah, man, shout out to anybody in my chat right now. Everybody in my chat, comment below if you're here.
The first baseman, Justin Morneau.
And first offering is fouled off.
I'm gonna end my stream in a minute, I think. It's Christmas Eve. Just wanna see what goes up with y'all. Oh shit.
Morneau
Nope.
checks his
What?
swing. Appeal down to third. And he went around. Ruled a swing. And the pitch. Stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And down on strike.
Alright guys, that's it for my stream today. It was a short one. I just want to see what was up with y'all. Thanks for watching me. I'm out for now, guys. Peace.